Mark Poulos. Learning how the cult operates and its beliefs help to understand the state of mind the people in it are in. Is there a chance of an overthrow of the current leadership? Or the chance that a former paying member is attempting to start a revival of the old Scientology, a new branch of Scientology, so to speak, bigger and more effective than the free zone groups? Well, Mark, there's always a chance of anything. And yes, David Miscavige could theoretically be overthrown, but that would involve a conspiracy which would be almost impossible to form because no one individual is going to be able to do it. And every time there is any kind of a conspiracy or disaffection amongst his inner circle or the people who could theoretically pull it off, they get found out because they all believe that the e-meter is real and that they have to answer questions when they're holding the cans. And so Miscavige is constantly surveying and keeping a very sharp eye out for anybody who might potentially be a threat to him. So that's the number one way he gets in the way of Scientology's future is he refuses to have any future put there beyond him. And of course, that was pretty much the way Hubbard operated as well. So is there a chance that there could be an overthrow? Sure, of course there is. People could get together and make it happen. But are they going to? Probably not. Not unless there's something we don't know about, happening up there. And as far as former paying members attempting to start a revival, basically what you've described there is the free zone. The free zone independent Scientology groups, whether they call themselves part of the free zone or something else, the Great Plains Academy or whatever these other groups are, the First Independent Scientology group or something, or Church of Scientology, I think is an official name of another group. Whichever of these groups are out there doing that is what they're trying to do, is become the official brand or flavor of Scientology. And this is, pretty classic stuff in history. You see splinter groups, and people have asked me many times about whether, what happens when David Miscavige dies. Well, a very, very real possibility is that it just fractures. And who knows which one ends up being the official Scientology which still has access to the bank accounts. I'd say that's the official one. Because let's keep in mind always that Scientology is not about being a religion that's going to last through the ages to save mankind. Scientology is a pipsqueak destructive cult which has as its main purpose making money. It is a money-making scam, and it's only using religious cloaking to hide that. So, the splinter groups and this other stuff, that could happen, and these guys could form legit little church groups that aren't money-making operations or money-making scams, and that's kind of what they're doing. But look at how unsuccessful they are. Look at how pathetically tiny they are. They're not changing anything. They're just, kind of jerking each other off, really. And that's pretty much independent Scientology at its best right now. It's awful. It's pathetic. To be totally blunt about it and really sort of let my hair down on the matter. So that is what you're seeing is the point I'm trying to make. It's could a former paying member try to start a revival? Yeah, it probably happens all the time that they get out and start some splinter group or some squirrel group and are part of the, what we call independent Scientology. So there's lots of factions there. And that's my answer to your question.